Hello, everybody, and welcome to Artcheck round 176, where we are celebrating the fact that Emily's webtoon is live. Seeing Red is out right now. Episodes 1 through 3 have been
Yeah.
live for a little over 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to do Artcheck, and then we're just going to talk about it and going to celebrate. So, since then, besides posting your webtoon, what else have you gotten done in the past week?
So I've been working on episode 9, which I can't share a lot of. Like every time that we're on Artcheck, I'm always like, oh, I can't share most of this. There's literally like 2 panels that I can show. I mean, not like, okay, we're talking about all the panels I can show. There's like 4, but there's 2 of this lady. It's like that's half of them. But anyways, so I got like, here's that one. This is another one from that episode. This episode is like almost double length, so it's taken me a while to get through. I don't remember where I said I would be last week. I think I said I would be a few pages in, but which I am. So yeah, but things have been kind of slow because I've also been doing other stuff. I started making backgrounds. The room that this whole episode takes place in is a 3D background that I bought, and now I want more. So I started this a while ago, and by a while ago I mean months and months and months ago. But I don't know. I did it in Blender. I was super scared, and then just was like, I can draw stuff. I'll just figure it out, And then, yeah, I hopped back into it yesterday. I went from having like this room being empty, the door on the other side of the wall being here, and then there was a square, like a square and a square there, in this room, to like, oh, in this window, you can see it over here. I had like some elements. It was very bare bones. It still is because it's not done, but I don't know why. Last time I was like, I don't know what I'm doing in Blender. This is scary. This time I hopped in and I was like, I did this before. I can do this again. So yeah, I just started doing stuff. And to be clear, this is all cobbled together. Like, I've not made any of these assets like at all. Like, like the doors and the windows came with Blender, and then I like bought these. And anyways, so I spent a good chunk of the day yesterday. I didn't even draw yesterday. Doing this. I added another thing to my portfolio today, which was the logo that I worked on a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And then, or I don't know, time. Maybe it was a few months ago. I don't know. And then
just really quick, I would like to say I like that the couch is facing the kitchen.
oh yeah, there's gonna be an island there, a kitchen. Okay, so the layout is this is not done. Is there's a kitchen, and I got this one because it was the most like small, squished together, bare bones that I could find, because their apartment is not very like well lived in, especially this main room. And so it's very very minimal, but I want there to be another kitchen island here that kind of like loops around. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to like kind of deconstruct some of this asset and reflect it, but take the sink out or something. So yeah, that is why, because it's like a living room kitchen thing, but there's an island in the middle that doesn't exist yet.
I just think it's so funny.
It's a little weird. They're gonna have like one of those small box TVs. It's very hard to find a 3D model of a box TV that's like not from the 50s. There's only like flat screen giant TV options or something from the 50s with like the dials. But yeah, it's like they have the kitchen island. That's where they put the TV, and there's bar stools, and there's a couch and a beanbag chair, and that's it. That's it. So yeah, I have to figure that out.
I just wanted to point it out.
Yeah, it's not done yet. It's not done. And posted. I posted. That took a long time because I had to, like, I finally got my husband. Well, I didn't. It's not like I've been asking him a lot. I sat down my husband and was like, read this. I had him read all of the stuff that I've made up to this point, and I was like, please tell me what you think. Also, please proofread it. And so he was the final pass, and then I had some edits that I gave myself. And then I posted it. I had to make thumbnails and all those little things that you don't think about when you're making it. But yeah, that's what I did this week. I think that's basically everything. What about you?
I did quite a bit. So I finished this logo.
Nice.
So it's done. This t-shirt is almost done. I'm just messing with this fireball.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more that's been done to it now, but this is just what I have on my desktop. I drew this little chibi guy. He's so cute. I love him. And I want to make him into something just because, but he's little chibi Apollo, and he's in Disney World.
Aww.
And I love him so much. This is the way that I can draw people.
Yeah, you got it.
And so, anyways. And then did this and made it into this.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Thanks. And then I don't remember how much of this I've gotten done since we last spoke. But here's this
I
little
remember
thing.
seeing this.
Oh yeah, and then I could barely show it because the Wi-Fi crashed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I've worked on it a little bit more. I added this little pencil. This is disorienting. I added this little pencil. And then there what used to be a quote right here, but the weekly reflection thing was like cut in half, so you could like barely write anything. So I got rid of the quote. And I'm going with this color scheme right here. Here's all the different fonts that I've tried out.
Nice, nice.
I went with the first one, of course, but
sometimes our instincts are right, you know?
But yeah, so worked on that. And these little icon guys are taking me a little bit longer than I anticipated because I'm trying to make them more complicated than they need to be. Because when you shrink them down, you need like literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need like literally nothing, but you're like, oh wait, crap. But yeah, these I'm like I don't know. I kind of like where this is going. And then I posted to my page. Let me find it. I forgot to pull that up, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
So I've posted, took these photos, took this photo, edited it. And then obviously I've been taking these pictures too. And I'm in like this picture, I'm obviously not in it, but oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Like in this picture, I'm not in it, but just trying to document stuff and like posing me and John and all of that. So making my cousins all pose. And writing captions. Lots of caption writing. Because I rewrote everything that I had planned out because, oh, well, I'll talk about it during challenges, but I had to rewrite 2 of my captions, and it was the 2 captions that I was using for the Texas weekend.
Mm.
I think that they're way better now, but I had to like completely rewrite 2 captions, and it was like, wait, no. So yeah. Anyways, challenges. What you got?
I was just finding that I'm like running out of time for stuff. Like I don't really know how it happened, but I didn't work on drawing very much this week compared to past weeks. Like I've been doing other things. It just, I don't know. And then Blender is hard because I don't use it much. And then, yeah, and then also like, I'm still going to like therapy for my hand. So like, it's not like I'm in pain so much anymore. It's just still a time constraint. And then like, sometimes my hand bothers me a tiny bit or my elbow bothers me a tiny bit. So, but those are pretty mild issues. What about you?
I left town.
Yeah, you went on a little vacay.
I did. I went on a little vacay, and part of the vacay was impromptu. And so
Oh.
I knew that I was going to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The plan was that we were leaving on Friday morning, but then my boyfriend's parents wound up being 30 minutes from the town that we were flying out of. So we left Thursday night instead. And so we had an extra night of vacation in there. And we decided this while we were working on homework. And like while I was designing. And I get motion sick, so I couldn't design in the car. And I drove the whole way down, and he drove the whole way back. But
oh, did you fly out of Salt Lake?
mm-hmm.
That's a 3-hour drive for people who don't know.
Oh yeah, 3.5
3 hours to
drive.
the airport, and then you get on a plane.
Yeah. So I did do some design on the flight to Texas. And then we did work on stuff while we were in Texas. And that's where I got a lot of that stuff for the band done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just spending time with family and trying to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't do as much work then. And then today, I think I need to be on an ADHD medication or something.
Can you not focus?
I am so hardcore struggling with getting something done. With like being able to sit down and focus.
Yeah, I feel that every day. I don't know what it feels like to not feel that, and so I'm fine with things the way they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm not, because it's like affecting my school.
Mm-hmm.
But I just can't do it. So I for those of you that don't know, because I didn't talk about this last time, but I got diagnosed with ADHD officially. So I have mild ADHD.
Wait.
I'm still being tested for autism.
Okay, I was like, is this in lieu of other diagnoses? Because I disagree.
Emily's like, no, there's autism.
No.
For those of you that want a little bit of a clue of how bad the eye contact thing is that I didn't know what color Emily's eyes were, and I've been friends with her for 3 years.
I mean, that's valid, though.
I didn't know what color anybody's eyes were.
Eyes are smaller than people think they are.
Eyes are they're very hard to look at.
The value contrast between the whites of your eyes and the colors of your eyes, it's really not that different between brown and blue. So it's like, it's all the same.
It's very difficult, especially when you don't look at people's eyes.
But yeah, you are specifically disadvantaged in that realm because you don't even look in the first place. Yeah.
I just remember us having that conversation and you laughing.
Yeah, like the first time that I was like, she does have autism. She's right. When I came over and you just stared right there the whole time. The whole evening that anytime we talked, I just noticed that you were, there's a bit in the office that was very much like, meet my island, Jim. Like, very like, why are you looking at my forehead? Is something on my forehead? No, I'm looking at your eyes. And he's looking right there the whole time. But you didn't know.
Mm-mm.
I already knew that. I was like, she's got an eye contact issue, so I don't really care. I don't need her to look at my eyes.
Yeah. But no. So I'm still being tested for autism, so that's still a thing. But I asked my counselor, I was like, I need to know because I've been told that I have this and I've been told that I don't. So we took the little test thingy and it's mild and it's on the hyperactive end. So the issue that I have isn't necessarily with focus, but it's with me being able to sit down and work. I just can't do, like, I just want a pill that I can take that'll make me sit down and work. I don't want to take it every day.
Get like a standing desk. That's easier said than done. Those are expensive, but
yeah, those are expensive.
Or like a little those little shuffly things for your feet so that you can move, or a ball
Like a
to sit
yoga
on.
ball.
Yeah, all good ways to keep your body moving while you're still at a desk.
Yeah. But anyways, I just need something because I can't focus and it's really affecting it.
Yeah, I've noticed that you very much are like we've had productivity days because I struggle with the focus part. And like days where I did have focus, you know, like you would sit on this couch over here and be like, can we like leave this room though, please? Like, I'd be like, what are you talking about? I'm getting stuff done.
I'm like, I can't sit here.
It's two opposites where you're like, what, can we leave this room? I sat on this couch for an hour and I'm like, that is the opposite problem where I need to get up. But I can't focus.
Yeah. We need another productivity day. It helped me a lot.
I am very much in the groove when it comes to routine and stuff. It's just that I will like stare off into space a lot. So it's like the structure is all there. It's just that, and I think I'm pretty good productivity wise. I think what I want is perfection, and it's never going to happen because humans are humans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, that was
yeah.
a tangent.
Tangent. Next art check. So next week, next Monday, what are you gonna get done?
I want to be done with episode 9 because I feel like I've been working on it forever. So yeah, I want to be done with episode 9, and I would like to have gotten further on my 3D background of that apartment that I showed. Yeah. What about you?
I have to make a quote thing. I have to make another web page. I have to finish off that t-shirt. I have to add the words to the logo. I have to get further on this self-care basics thing.
Yeah.
So make icons for that. I'm doing a photo shoot. I have to edit the bridals that I took. I still haven't edited those. I need to edit those. So besides those 7 things, yeah, there's probably more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice.
So, yes. So our topic today, we haven't had a topic in a while.
Yeah.
Is that this webtoon, this super secret project, has been posted. And I just wanted to give Emily the chance to talk about it and promote it. And yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Ace Up. It's Seeing Red. Ace by me. Gumnelly. It's on Webtoon Canvas. You can find it under the drama category in the action category. And I like it. I can offer that. So maybe you'll like it. Please read
Talk
it.
about episodes 1 through 3. Talk about them.
What about episodes?
I don't know. I said, do you want to talk about your webtoon? And you said that you would like that. So
Yeah.
Okay, I will interview you for a little bit.
Okay, get my talking muscles going.
Yeah, let me pull up your webtoon. All right. It's gonna say that I'm not subscribed, but it's only because I'm not gonna be logged in.
Not
I
logged
promise you I'm
in.
subscribed.
Here, wait. I can.
There you are. I got you.
Okay.
I'm already here.
I'm gonna say, actually, I think I have it up. But yeah.
So, here we have episode 1.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about episode 1. You had to rewrite episode 1, right?
I mean, I'm always rewriting everything, except now there's certain things that I can't rewrite because they're done. But I started. So I was doing more like. I was doing giant episodes, like 80 panel plus episodes, which is not doable for me. So before episode 1 took it, I mean, episode 1 might have been all 3 of these episodes put together. And
I think it was.
And then episode 2 was like another 90 panels or something insane. Now they're much more doable, but I rewrote them after I finished the call to action submission that I did, because it was the first time like where I actually felt settled into the art style, doing stuff, the colors, all of the things. The first pass that I did, I had just gotten Clip Studio Paint. I didn't have brushes that I liked. I was like using a graphic tablet that I was used to just using my iPad, so having like a stationary thing on a desk was totally different because you can't move it around as much, and it's bigger. So like everything was just off. Like everything I drew was just off, and there's some panels that I salvaged in that episode, but most of them are just gone because they or I took the background of it and would redo like the face or the posture of it or re-ink it, and so a lot of that is redone, but it's old. And so yeah, and then other characters just totally redone, just the way that I did like their hair, like Erin's hair. I just wanted the long hair I just wanted to get through that stuff as fast as possible. And the second time I went through it, I was like, let's just enjoy this and try to make it look good and not worry about burning through as many panels as possible. So it looks a lot better now. And I'm a lot more comfortable in the situation of like how to actually make an episode. So yeah, the long story short, I redid a lot of stuff. And I'm just now with episode 8 getting into territory that I've never drawn before. So the stuff that I was drawing like 1 or 2 weeks ago is stuff that I didn't draw at all. So, or it's stuff that I drew in sketches but never executed. So, yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this guy.
That boy?
This boy, this bearded boy.
This bearded boy. Okay, hold on. I have something somewhere to show. Where is it? Where are you? I have like a little before and after of this dude open. Okay. The hardest secret that I had to keep, at least publicly, because I talked about this in like private discords a lot, but not on Artcheck, not on Instagram or Twitter, but that like this dude and this dude are the same person. And I hope that like for people who followed me on Instagram and would see me draw my characters, that like when you see Aaron in these episodes, it's supposed to be a bit of a shock. Yeah. And kind of like we've talked about in, past, art checks, is that the call to action episode isn't technically canonical. It is something where I would have written it if the timeline had added up differently in season 2. So this is much in the past in relation to where that episode would have taken place if I had decided that it was somewhere where I'd actually want to fit it in the plot, but I pulled it. So it's almost like a deleted episode that I kind of shaped for the contest. So yeah, you like see him, but I allude to, there's a line that he says where he's like, I don't want to get rehomed again. And it's meant to allude to like this is when he was rehomed. So yeah, which I don't remember if we even talked. I haven't even used the word rehome yet in the series. So bonus material. But he kind of alludes of like, no, never again. I don't want to ever be in that position again. And this is him in that actual position the first time. So yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of panels where I was like, I can't show this. I can't show this. I can't show this. Basically just because it showed Aaron with looking like Jesus. So yeah.
This version of Aaron went through quite a few iterations.
At first he didn't have Wait, what were you gonna say?
The first time he didn't have a ponytail, and he was just
down.
Straight up Jesus.
His hair was much longer, I'll say.
He was just straight up Jesus. Like Emily showed him to me, and I remember being like, "That's
you
Jesus."
Said Jesus? That
is probably exactly how I said that. Yeah, that's probably exactly how I said it. So that sounds about right.
So there were like two different, because this character is very his design changes over time, like pretty drastically.
Yes.
Like between flashbacks, between his starting point to end point, right? Lots of different, things that he does with his appearance. And I hadn't quite decided how curly his hair was. And that first pass where I drew him, it was pretty straight, like pretty straight hair. Because I was trying to decide, well, how greasy is his hair? How like patted down is it? Is it like really nasty? Like all of those things. I just didn't have that figured out. And then when I went back to the drawing board for this version of his appearance, I added a lot more wave into it. And like obviously the bun was a part of it. He has like a half bun where the hair that's too long is still falling out of it. And it's much better. It was more entertaining for me to draw too. I really just wanted to get all of those panels with him with the beard over with. I didn't really know how to draw a beard. It wasn't until I was like, I've seen over and over again that it looks terrible. How about I just figure out how to do this? And works much better, for sure. So yeah, that was the hardest thing to not talk about. I just had to hate it the whole time.
Yeah. So one thing that I think is cool that I want to talk about that you did with colors, it's now no secret that people have superpowers because that's shown in
Right.
episode 3.
Yeah.
And one thing that you'll notice, and this is not a spoiler or anything, but the different superpowers have different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to just point out something that I think is cool, which is look at these glowing eyes.
I really love, fun fact, so like I generally speaking, just to keep things easy, if people have brown eyes or green eyes or blue eyes, I keep it the same color. So, and I haven't made an exception yet. I know I will in the future with some characters, but for just ease of coloring things quickly, like if you have brown eyes, it's this brown. And you'll see, you can see that a lot easier with like Gail and Danny have the exact same hex code green eyes, right? They're the same exact color palette because they're siblings. They have the exact same skin tone. I just color, like I just flush them differently. So they, all the skin colors have like a base skin tone, like a cheeks and lips color. Danny just is, I go way lighter on the cheek color and way harder on Gail, so she has a pinker face. But anyways, so all the brown eyes are generally speaking the same, except for when I'm doing the red. There's not enough contrast between the red and the brown, and so I have to go a lot darker with the base brown color before I start stacking all of these layers of red glow on top of it. But also every time that I do the eyes, I forget how to do them. I'm always like, wait, what blending mode did I set this to? How many layers of red do I have going on? Every time, because it's not super frequent in between. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you showing me the glowing eyes and being like, look, they glow. And like,
Yeah. There was, I remember showing you because I had like a kind of just a concept thing where I was just pairing different eye colors that I knew people were going to have with what color I thought their power would be associated with. And it's funny because I've actually made changes to it since then. But I couldn't even show you like half of the sets of eyes on that, and I've let you read like basically all of season 1. So
yeah. I have read all of season 1.
It's changed drastically since you've read it.
Yes,
I
and
will
I
say.
do want to reread it, and I think
Yeah.
it's still shared with me, so I intend to.
Well, actually, to keep things like, so as not to lose and overwrite things, I made a duplicate, and I'm working on a duplicate now so that I can still, because I've noticed that I've been like, this is a bad idea, X this episode, and then I restructure things, come back and be like, actually, I do want some of the contents from this episode, and so now they're separate, so I can at least pull things, and I have essentially an archive. You have access to the archive, but not like the working files anymore.
Such a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've read the archives. But I think that those are just kind of the main things that I think that we've discussed that we can get into without spoilers.
Without spoilers, there's a lot
Yeah.
that is, it's, I mean, yeah, I'm doing shorter episodes now. We're getting through things slower. And so this is the bare minimum of what we'd ever be able to talk about because it's
Yep.
the first update.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll continue to do episodes like this as it comes out.
Mhm.
If there's like a big plot point revealed or something like that, then we'll have an episode where we talk about it. So keep an eye out for those. Because this is not the last time that we're going to discuss the comic.
I mean, it's definitely not for me because
Yeah, definitely not.
I live here.
Feel like I live in this comic.
I live in
So
this comic. Yeah, I'm wondering. Well, let me see. What else is here right now?
yeah, I went through and I don't want to bring up something and then you're like, well, I wasn't gonna talk about that.
I mean, I can always just not answer a question.
I know, but in the way that I'm asking my questions, I'm nervous.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I have something on my screen. Some of these it's funny because I was actually redoing panels. I redid panels from episode 3 this past weekend. Like as late
Okay.
as because I got real nervous and I was like, I've always hated this panel. I've always hated how I did this or this, especially the part where Aaron passes out.
Mhm.
I struggled writing it, drawing it, redrawing it. I struggled the whole way. And like I made a very last minute decision to portray it slightly differently that would still communicate everything. But it's just some of the panels I was like, this looks bad to me. I worked really hard on it, but I hate it.
Mhm.
So I redid some of those. But yeah, that's one of the ones where I really struggled because there's not a lot of good examples of how to show somebody passing out. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Mhm.
Like in TV shows, it looks super fake. In comics, when you like try to find stuff, it's all like women in those like golden age comics where they're just like really dramatically passed out, you know? And I was like, this is not at all the vibe I'm trying to go for. Trying to like I've never passed out, so to do a first person thing, I don't have anything to go off of, like at
Yeah.
all. And so, yeah, anyways, there was not much to go off of. It was hard. That's the only thing that I've like genuinely struggled with in like the only patch of things where I'm like, how do I portray this? How do I make it not look stupid? Like in everything that I've drawn up to this point, like comic wise. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. I struggled with that one so much.
Mhm. It turned out great.
Thanks. I like hate that people see that in those panels because I don't like them. But thank you.
I think it turned out great. I guess just like one question for the future, and then we'll just kind of wrap up and keep it still a little bit shorter today. But do you have like a posting schedule that you want to tell people about? Like when you're going to be posting?
Like episodes?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 2 weeks. I'm really gonna like try to settle into everything and see how I'm doing with posting and drawing at the same time because I've just, done the drawing by itself without the posting.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say a tentative 2 weeks. Probably don't ever count on me doing weekly updates. Unless something changes in my situation. Where like I have assistance or something like that, but I feel like I'm a long way from that. Just because I'll pull the ADHD card. I just can't, like some people can do 20 panels a week. Like I've seen it. I'm not capable of it at this point. Like maybe I'll get a lot faster, which definitely always looking for ways to get faster.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. I still am gonna. Monday treated me well, so I'll probably stay on Mondays.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm still settling into the whole schedule.
Perfect. Well, if you're tuning in just now and you haven't listened to the rest of this, Seeing Red is Emily's webtoon. She just posted it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so you should go check it out on Webtoons. And we're just gonna do it in reverse. We're gonna in reverse.
Okay.
So Emily is at Gomanelli on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, gummanelli.com, and Gummanelli on Webtoons. I haven't said that exactly before, but she is at Gummanelli on Webtoons, and you can subscribe to people, or you can follow people and subscribe to their comics. So go do both of that. Go give the Webtoon a like. Go check it out. The first 3 episodes are up right now. They are awesome. You just got some awesome behind the scenes information, from watching this today. So if this hasn't piqued your interest, I really don't know what will. But there will be more coming on Mondays probably, and hypothetically every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And then if you want to find my stuff, go to @thecomeback_KLD on Instagram or Twitter. I tend to post whenever we are going live on Artcheck, and I will tag Emily. Usually she'll retweet it. And so I will post when we go live. I've gotten down to a pretty consistent posting schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I post about mental health, my personal journey with it, stuff that I'm doing to cope with it. It is also just my personal Instagram page, so anything that is designed on there, I've designed myself. Anything that's photo edited on there, I've photo edited myself. Anything that's posed on there, where it's like you can tell it's with a nice camera, not with an iPhone, I've posed myself. So that is a lot of visuals that I do personally, is just for that Facebook, or not that Facebook, that Instagram. And I will be having a mental health checklist coming out soon, where you'll be able to download it and kind of update yourself on your week and check off, some of these basics, and it won't be too intense, but it'll help you through, your week, and just kind of making sure that you're at least getting your base needs taken care of, and you don't need to hold yourself to that high of an expectation. So, and then lastly, this is a Tuesday. Usually we go live on Mondays. I could not yesterday, obviously, because I was traveling for 14 hours. And yeah, and so there just wasn't any time for us to go live yesterday, but we do go live Mondays at 6:15. We went live today, Tuesday at 6. It was going to be 6:30, but we changed it to 6 o'clock because I have something going on Tuesdays at 7. But without further ado, I think that is everything. Am I mistaken? I did it backwards today. Okay, I did it backwards today, but just in case.
You got you, and you got the comic. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I've covered it all. So we will see you all next Monday on Halloween.
Oh.
Halloween spooky episode.
Yeah.